Okay, here I am. We're going to start the project off. It is just got done raining here. I'm going to pull it out from, don't know if I recommend doing this, but I don't have any lights hooked up to the trailer. But it should be good because hopefully it is, you can see the backlights from the truck. So I'm going to check the mail, see if I get any chips here. Expecting a whole bunch of chips to be coming in. Oh, we got a couple of them, yes. You got something from Fuzzy and something from Dice DJ. Awesome. Okay, just got to the end of the street here. It is 1:15 on the 30th of March. So the project is going to be hopefully done in the next 2 months. I'll get the videos out on that. Just got done raining here, so it's really dreary in Wisconsin. We are probably about 2 miles away from Menards. But I'm excited about the project. I want to try to give back to the community, and this is one way that I think that I can. And I'm going to incorporate the chips of other content creators as well as other people following us. And I don't know what the hell this guy in front of us is doing here. Student driver, that's what it says. Wow. That takes all types in Wisconsin. But yeah, I'm really excited about making this table here. I hope you're going to be excited to bid on this project because the money will be going to a good cause. The table will be donated to the Crotch of the Cure in October. I believe it's October 19th of this year's 2024. And money permitting, budget permitting, I will be making a trip down to Las Vegas to hopefully help out with the charity auction. And but yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of work. I think it's gonna be well worth it. I think it's gonna help get the names of a lot of people out there, including myself. And I hope that the videos that I do on here are very well received, and I hope that everybody really does like the outcome of this project. But yeah, we're about a mile away from Menards. I'll catch you when we get there. Bye. And they have an 11% rebate on everything. Hi, Aidan. We're gonna grab a cart here right quick so we can find everything. This is nuts. I'm looking for all this different stuff and I'm not able to find it. I'm looking for CA glue at Menards. They don't have it yet. You can order it in, which is not cool. So I'm gonna check out Lowe's in a little bit. It was spent about $255 here so far. I already ordered the resin for the chessboard. I've also ordered the silicone for the mold to pour the resin into. So that was all on Amazon, and I'll leave a link to the left side there, actually displayed to the left side there, on how much that cost and where I ordered it from on Amazon. And I also put descriptions I'll also put links in the description below this video here on the resins and that I have. And if you click on the link, I will actually get some credit for that if you purchase it through my stuff. So. Walking out of Lowe's, they ended up not having any CA glue, so I got Gorilla glue that actually is supposed to dry in 10 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds. So we're going to give that a try, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to order it on Amazon or online. Total time spent today so far, about 2 hours into the project. Total time spent up to this point prepping, designing the table I probably have over 30 hours of design and prep for this point. Made it home and setting up out here. I'm just going to set up on some sawhorses. And we're just going to cut the plywood into usable pieces. We're starting with a 3/4 inch MDF, and we're gonna cut part H. Make sure that when you're doing your projects that you measure twice, cut once. It should measure 11 inches by 97 inches. Oh, look at that paper. Oh, damn it. Blooper number 1, camera goes down. Oh my God. That was embarrassing, but I gotta, go give you transparency, and we're gonna talk about things as we go. Here's blooper number 2 is gonna happen. Listen. Oh, what happened? What happened here, guys? Oh. I'm a flippin' idiot. Oh my God. Cord got caught on the end of the table there, but we're gonna finish it off here and we're gonna go through. So if we can go wrong, it will go wrong. But now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have 3 boards underneath us. If you look at that, you can see the boards underneath that supports the plywood so that we don't pinch the wood when it gets cut off. Now we're going to cut part L and M from the same 3/4 inch MDF plywood. Both pieces will measure 24 1/8 inches by 36 7/8. Look at the diagram that's on there, and that'll show you the layout for the cuts. It gives you an approximate value. And then finally, we're gonna cut part I from 3/4 inch MDF. Now we're gonna rough cut part A, B, and D, and that is from one end of that 1/4 inch plywood. And this is the first time I'm using metal guide for the circle saw. It looks really super nice. I'm actually pleasantly surprised on how well it worked cutting that wood. Now we're gonna rough cut parts J, K, D, and then 2 E's at 36 7/8 inch wide. And again, this is that 1/4 inch plywood. And finally, we're gonna get that 1/2 inch birch plywood out, and we're gonna cut part G, which the first one's gonna be 11 inches by 97. That's gonna be that's gonna be the outside wall for the craps table. And second, we're gonna use a 1/2 inch plywood again. We're gonna get part F at 47 7/8 inch long. Again, look at the diagram right there. So, okay, here we are. We're ready to start the project down in the dungeon. This is my workshop. This is all the bigger that I have, all that you need. It's about a 15 by 20 room, maybe. Okay, now we're going to be doing some final cuts. We have part A, and part A we're going to final cut down 23 1/8 by 23 1/8, and you see me there. I was a reasonable way, so it just came over the top of or through the edge of the plywood. I would say it's a safety issue. Also, make sure you wear safety glasses, something I'm not doing. Also consider wearing a mask. Cutting the bad sides off. Again, like I said, cut it down to 23 1/8 inch square. And now we're going to do kind of a final follow-up with part B. Same thing, 1/4 inch stuff. We're going to 22 3/8 by 22 3/8 this time. And those two pieces that we're cutting are actually going to be used for the mold and making the chessboard when we pour the silicone mold, which we'll be using or showing in the next video. And here we're using part F. Again, look at the diagram to cut out the center of part F. We're going to be using that center piece for making squares for the mold. The middle of part F that we're cutting out is 23 3/8 by 23 3/8. So it's measuring 7.25 inches from the top and bottom, and we're measuring in 12 and 3/4 inch from the left and right edges. As soon as I get the drawn out, I'm going to use this drill bit here. It's a 3/8 inch drill bit. And all I'm doing is drilling up the corners there so that way I can get a jigsaw blade in there and I can make the corners and make it so it's nice and neat. We're not going to need those little areas where the holes are at anyhow. So, but make sure you mark it out and measure again twice and cut once. Make sure things work out. Which I have made a couple mistakes here, which are not obvious, but I'll reveal them later. Now we're using a jigsaw to cut out that square. Kind of in fast motion, it's kind of funny watching. But notice I'm using that steel rule again. That's that steel guide to help guide the jigsaw so we can cut a straight line. I'm moving it all the way around. And my thing is actually on top of the table, so I watch it fall apart here. Oh my god, that was kind of scary at first, but actually it worked out pretty decent. It was alright. We're using the piece we just cut out at the center now of that part F, and we're going to cut 8 2.5 inch wide strips. Now we're doing just ripping the 2.5 inches wide. We're going to come down into small squares in just a little bit here. And again, these are going to be used in the mold to make the chessboard. And I apologize for showing all 8 cuts here, but it is what it is. We'll make her work. A little bit of dust flying. I want to see if I can hook up my vacuum to that. Maybe in a later step when I cut that MDF for the sidewalls, I might hook a vacuum up to that to hopefully get some of that dust out of the air. It was swallowing a little dust. Again, face mask or dust mask might be usable. Here we're using that cross-cut saw. Those 8 strips we just got done cut at 2.5 inches. We're going to cut them into small squares now, and I'm going to just show a few of these cuts, probably the first 8 of them or so. And I'm using that chop saw, and you notice I have a stop block in place, so that way I know exactly how far 2.5 inches in. And make sure that when you're using a chop saw, that when you pull the blade up, the blade is not spinning anymore, but otherwise that piece actually jumps out at you, the one between the saw blade and the stop block. And watch out for your fingers. Obviously, I'm going to use a little bit of a guide here or a holder here, so that way we can get it in and be safe with our fingers. Again, look at the diagram in the top left. We're using the 1/4 inch plywood that we previously cut. We're going to cut the final width for part D and E. They're at 1.25 or 1 1/4 inches wide. And again, use a push stick there, guys, so you don't have as easy of a job for a kickback or as likelihood of a kickback there, because that would suck. So far, knock on wood, this far in the project, I have not had any kickbacks or problems with using this saw. Also, make sure you prevent slivers, guys. With all this sawing go through, you're gonna have a lot of loose ends on, especially in that 1/4 inch plywood. We're gonna use those 4 strips we just cut now. We're gonna cut 2 that are 23 5/8 inch long. We're gonna cut 2 that are 23 1/8 inch long. And I'm just kind of freehand doing that. And now we're using a spare piece of wood, if you will, just to cut some spacers for when we do make the chessboard in the next video. And that's the chessboard mold. The next video is going to be a pretty long video, by the way. I have, at the current moment, I have probably, I would say, close to 12 hours into the project, and that's for the next video that's coming out, and we'll be making the chessboard here So we're doing one at 3/8 inch. We're doing two of them at 1 1/8 inch. And this kind of concludes the video here, guys. I want to thank those people here that made donations. These are our contributors towards the project. If you'd like to help donate towards the cost of the build or towards the delivery fee to transport the table to the winning bidder, please click the link in the description below this video here, and I'll give you a link towards my PayPal account, and you can just make a direct donation there. You can also support my channel by clicking the like and subscribe button, and I will also leave links to the other videos associated with this table build as they become available. The total cost so far in the build is $451.38. The total time that I have involved up to this point in the video is about 35 hours. So that's about 30 hours of prep, 2 hours of shopping, 3 hours of cutting wood. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craftsmaster journey. Let's make it yours too. See you guys in the next video.